What's going on, guys? Junior's Fishing Company with just a quick little FYI today. So, as the tyer I am, 99% of the time I tie a fly, it's got weight on it, and that means tungsten beads. And I've just found as I kind of start to accumulate more beads and more hooks and start to experiment with different things, organization can just be a huge time saver. I've found that with all the little jig hooks that I've got, all the little nymph hooks, it's just really nice to know when I grab a pack of hooks what bead size I'm going to be able to use with that hook for the combination of the two. And so really there's a couple things that I do to just try and save me time at my bench, because otherwise you just start guessing and checking. So one thing I do, especially with the smaller stuff that I tie in the winter, what I'll do is, and I've said this in a video, but I just wanted to make this video so I don't have to repeat myself 1,000 times in every single video, just again and again and again. So one thing I do is when I buy a pack of hooks, I'll put on a couple different bead sizes and I'll just write down what beads fit. Sometimes the bead won't even go past the bend of the back of the hook. Sometimes you put it on and it falls right through the eye. So for example, this is just a Daiichi 4647 size 14. I know that when I grab this pack of hooks, I can either go 5/32, or if I really want to squeeze it on, I can put a 3/16 inch bead on here. These are core barbless jigs. These are size 16. I know that this is going to only fit a 9/64, so I'm not going to grab this pack and plan this fly out and grab a 5/32 and it's not going to fit. Or if I grab a 1/8, I could have gone a little bit heavier if I wanted to the 9/64. So it's just a great way to save you some time. And even with the big stuff, like I've got just a couple packs of hooks here that I'll show you. This is a Trout Predator 650. With those big spawn fly fish beads, I know that I can pick really any bead of those three that I want, because I wrote down right here 8 through 10. So I know I can just kind of decide, do I want it to be a little bit heavier? Do I want it to be on the light side? But there are some that, like these Fulling Mills or these Arex, this is just a swim bait hook, you're really not going to be able to fit. Sometimes the diameter of these big hooks is too thick to fit even these big 8mm beads on there. And again, it's just going to save me time and time again, just a few seconds or whatever sometimes, but it's just going to be a time saver so I can get to tying. I can tie a couple more flies. Another one, I've got these Bob Popovic. These are kind of just like tungsten fish heads. I bought these a long time ago and I really never had hooks that they fit. So right here I wrote down I could use a 5/0 Orvis pike and musky predator hook. I can use a 2/0 Predator Stinger. The 2/0 Predator Stinger, I could probably use anything bigger as well. Or these Fulling Mill 1/0s are going to fit these heads. And what I did with these spawn fly fish, these big spawn fly fish beads, I just wrote down, I just have these little jars, and I wrote down the size of the bead and the weight, and then in grams, and then I also wrote in fractions of an ounce, which is what most fishermen go off of. Oh, I'm using a 3/16, or I'm using a quarter, or I'm using a tenth, or whatever it is. And so when I grab this, I know exactly how heavy this bead is. I don't have to sit here and think, how much do those 10mm weigh? Because if maybe you've got a good memory, and mine isn't. I can't even remember what I ate for breakfast this morning. But writing this stuff down on each individual, you might have 100 packs of hooks and 100 different colors and sizes of beads, and sitting there trying to fiddle with a bead and a hook and switching the hook because the bead doesn't fit it, or vice versa. This is just going to save you a lot of time. It has saved me a lot of time, and I just wanted to get that out there. Again, mostly so I don't have to repeat myself, but if it's going to save you some time and put more flies in your box, put more fish in your boat, then it's worth it. Junior's Fishing Company, like and subscribe. If there's any tips and tricks you got for me, drop some comments below, and we'll see you on the next one.